I would support that there, Cindy, because, as your son was lied to when he joined the military, I also faced similar circumstances being lied to when I was in the military. And I know people that are from the Iraq Veterans Against War, one of them being Leonard Shelton, who I've had a chance to interview in the past. Here's a gentleman that is just so, his soul is so beautiful. He has so much to say. And one time I interviewed him and I started crying, and we had to end the interview about 5 minutes before the interview was over. But, there's so many people that are veterans and so many other homeless people that are hurting so much. My wife and I, we spent almost 5 years in the U.S., and we live with the homeless for a couple months, and we're able to see firsthand the people that are suffering. And you're starting to see it up here in Canada in the way that you're in East Hastings and Vancouver. You're starting to see the people suffering. You're starting to see the drug use going up. You're starting to see all these conditions created while you're seeing these elitists getting away with living in these, limousines driving down the road, big houses in the middle of nowhere, and you look at them, they're having the fancy life on the backs of the ordinary people, which is not.
Well, I think it's like you mentioned before, is that Stephen Harper is collaborating with the Bush administration in their neoliberal policies, and it just, and I've written about this extensively because I have spent, quite a bit of time in Canada, not as much time as you spent in the States, that's for sure. But, I could see it, and I could see the activists I work with just very upset about, the Canada First program where they wanted to increase the increase in military spending. And I just want to say whenever military spending increases, programs for people are cut, and the increasing military spending is a drain on the economy. And where do people go? They have to turn to the streets or to drugs or to prostitution, and it just is a fundamental blight on society when military increases.
Yeah, and also with the current election going on here in Canada, we have the Green Party who's offered, something to talk a little bit about social housing, but no party has offered a national social housing platform, and that is against everything democracy. You're turning your back on the ordinary people, people that are suffering. We should have a national health care, national homes project at the same time. And what happens is it was the federal liberals that cut the national housing project. And what happens? It should be the federal liberals. It should be offering to bring it back again, because at least try to correct the mistakes they made in the past and return back to the people.
Right. Well, and also I've been to Cuba, and there's, not everybody, they're not wealthy there, of course, and their homes aren't exactly, lavish or on the grand scale that we're used to here in the United States of America, but everybody has a roof over their head. And, there's no homeless problem or drug problem there in Cuba. And, of course, it's not a perfect society, but I think what a wonderful situation in Canada or the United States if we could say the same thing, that everybody in our country, a great percentage of our population that are homeless here are vets or children. And how monstrous is that?
That is disgusting, even to think of. Is just horrendous. But it looks like we're running out of time, Cindy. So could you quickly leave some contact information, just in case some of the listening audience want to contact you and ask you any questions?
Sure. Please go to either my website, cindyforcongress.org. It's Cindy, F-O-R, and my email is cindy@cindyforcongress.org. Very easy.
Well, thank you very much, Cindy, for agreeing to come on.
Well, thank you. It was great to talk to you.
Well, okay. Have a nice day, Cindy.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
That was Cindy Sheehan. This is Co-op Radio 102.7 FM. You've been listening to the Monday Brown Bagger. And until we meet again in 3 weeks' time, have a great day, everyone.